G'day, my name is Jason, toy collector of Longreach. Fabulous secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my sword and said, crap, I've got more deliveries of toys from Super 7. So we have Teela, we have Robot Heman, we have Man-at-Arms, and we have Beastman. G'day everyone, we've got a review here of the latest series of Master of the Universe figures. These are the As Seen on TV Super 7 ones that are done in the style of the original 5.5-inch figures. So we have Teela in her costume from the Filmation TV show, and on the back there we've got some artwork. We've got some of the previous figures. We've got a little piece showing the waist movement like the old figures, and then some of the other characters that are available in the first series. So next we also have in this series Robot Heman. So again, on the back we have some artwork on the back of the card. We've got the waist twist feature, and then just the cross-sell for the other figures that are available. Next up we have Man-at-Arms with the rockin' the stash, and again with this one we have the artwork of him versus Beastman. And again, he can do the twist and the same cross-sell as all the other figures. And the final one is Beastman, again in that classic Filmation style. And then if we have a look on the back, we've got artwork. And he also twists at the waist. And then some of the other cross-sell figures. So let's open these up and have a quick look at them. So first up we have Robot Heman. So it comes with a card to sort of resemble the old mini comics that used to come with them, and then there's a little piece on the back in regards to the history of this particular character, and then it does come with the power sword, the full version, so both sides of the power sword molded into one, and also the shield, which they tend to pop apart. They don't stick very well, but anyway, that's that. And then this is the figure himself. So as you can see, he's got that amazing face sculpt, very similar to They Live, the Kick-Ass and Chew Gum movie, and so otherwise I think it's the exact same body as He-Man from the previous series. So the head sculpt is probably the only major difference. So the arms obviously rotate very, very tight actually, and the legs are on a ball joint, so they have a little bit of movement but not much. But I don't have the bands like the old figures, so hopefully they'll not sort of break. And then has the punching action as well at the waist. So overall though, it's the same figure as He-Man in the first series, just with a unique head sculpt. The head is actually quite loose. It rotates quite easily, but he can obviously hold the power sword. So that just goes in the hand, and then this should click on as well. Ooh, it's very tight. So yep, so that's, there we have Robot He-Man. So next up we have Teela. So again, she comes with the card. I must say that the picture on there, she looks a little pinker than she does in the actual TV show and in person. So I don't know if that's just the colouring on the card, but we've got that original bit of art to again sort of reflect a mini comic, and then it has the history of the character. Again, very, very sort of purpley pink there compared to the actual skin tone of the cartoon and the figure itself. And again, Teela, the biggest problem is this sculpt. I know they're trying to be faithful to the original, but trying to get her to stand is very, very tricky. It's just that you've got to get that sweet spot, but she looks like she's sort of leaning forward. It's very derpy looking, but anyway, that's one of the drawbacks of the figure. But articulation wise, obviously it has the head that will turn left and right, shoulders rotate up, so she can sort of, you know, high five or, you know, join a party in Germany. And she has the waist twist, so she can do the twist. And then, as I said, the legs are on these ball joints instead of so she can actually almost do the splits. But ultimately there's only one sort of spot where she will stand, and it does take a while to get that exact spot. So that's it there. She comes with her shield from the cartoon show, and also her sword from the Filmation series. So let's just see if she can hold on to that. It's very tricky. Her hand is very tight. So you've got to sort of bend it in there behind the finger, but she can get a pretty good grip on that. And then her shield should just clip on. I'm just hoping it doesn't scrape off any of the paint. And then of course, probably now she's going to be harder to balance. So there we have Teela. I did notice with Teela is there's a bit of a discoloration in the plastic on her left foot. It's just a lighter colour, and it just seems to be sort of built into the actual plastic. It's as if a different shade of the plastic for the boot was used. Next we have Man-at-Arms. So again, he has the artwork from the classic Filmation series, and it also shows the history of the character from the toy to the original TV ad, and then the actual Filmation design with the moustache. So Man-at-Arms, he does look really good. He has the moustache, as I said. His head turns left and right. It's pretty stiff. He has this cool molded piece here. His arms obviously go up and down, and he, as on the TV show, he has the two on each arm, and he has both legs with a piece on them. Again, that ball joint in the leg instead of the bands, and again it's just a matter of trying to get his legs into the sweet spot for standing. He does feel to me that he's standing sort of leaning forward a little bit. If you look at him from the side, they appear to sort of lean forward a bit more than the original figures. He comes with his Filmation style club, which is very basic, but again, that's what it looked like in the cartoon. So you can just clip in there, and then he's a bit top heavy. And then he also comes with one of his weapons, and basically this is I don't know if this was a freeze ray or something like that, but I think it's a two-handed weapon that he would hold. I'm assuming he can hold it in his left hand only, and pose with that, but I think I'll just put that on display. So that is Man-at-Arms. So the final figure in the second series of this is Beastman. So there is his artwork, and there is the history from toy to the original toy ad to the Filmation style. He comes with his Filmation style look, which his head obviously has limited movement because of this large plastic piece, and it's a very solid plastic piece. He has the 2 armbands which are just held on with the usual sort of clips, so they could be unclipped, and this harness also clips and can be unclipped. I did find that he sort of looks a bit knobble-kneed when he stands up. To get him in the sweet spot of standing up upright, he sort of looks like he's doing the time warp, and he's putting his knees in and is about to jump to the left. Oh, and that is another issue. He does, because these are just sitting on there, they do tend to, if you get them in the sweet spot, they're great, but if you knock them or bump them, they do fall down. So that's that. And he comes with, weapon-wise, he comes with a whip, which has a much thicker cord than the original one, but he can hold that in his hand. If we clip that on there. And he also comes with this necklace, which I assume he can wear around his head. So he has some bling happening there. And that is Beastman.